Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Creativerse. This week we had update R11 and I am gonna show you guys the visual changes first, or the noticeable changes on the user interface and also the machines, and there's also of course other bug fixes, and I don't know that there has been any new blocks added. I don't think there were. But there's a lot of changes also in mob behavior, mostly mobs that we haven't encountered yet, down in the corruption and lava layer. So those are going to be all new to us anyway. The first thing you will notice is that down here the user interface has changed. It's a lot cleaner now and more transparent. And it also feels like it's taken up less real estate on the screen. I'm very happy about this change. It did take me a few minutes to get used to it, but 10 minutes of playing and I don't even remember what the old one looked like. We gained 4 extra hotbar slots, 7, 8, 9, and 0, which is really cool. Now we got, more stuff we can have on the bar, which also means that we now have 4 extra inventory spaces. We got 40 now. And this is your stamina bar, this is your health bar, and we gained a little cool armor indicator. That green means your armor's in good shape. And I just made new armor before this update, so my armor is in almost full durability. So I don't know what this is going to change to when it gets slower, but I'm guessing probably like yellow and then red. I'm not sure. I'll keep you guys updated once I see that something happening here. The other thing is also now when you press Alt again to open or unlock the mouse, it also closes the chat window again automatically. You don't need to close that again before you press Alt. I like that. And the other thing is also now we can move the chat window around. I don't think that was possible before, but it does not keep the position between logins. So when you exit the world and come back in, the window is always right around here, and well, you can move it. It's quite pain-free. The next changes are about the machines, the forge, the processor, and also the crafting table. The UI here has changed somewhat. Now you have in the processor all the processable items in. Before it was just put in your inventory in the top slot, in the top row. But now it actually has its own row up here, so it makes it a little easier to identify I can process these items. And you also gained a lot of ability to process things at the same time. I think beforehand we were able to do 8 at a time. And now we can process, forge, or craft 21 items. So 3 rows of 7 at the same time. And I think the coolest part right here is that now when there is a 2-step process, like making stone rods, you can directly queue them. You see, just to make stone slabs, it takes 10 seconds. And to make a stone rod, it takes 20 seconds. And it shows you here how many at a time you're going to make. So 2 slabs or 8 rods. So nothing changed in the amounts, but now instead of having to make the stone slabs, take them out and put them back in to make stone rods, you can simply just queue stone rods and so on. And I really like that. And down here, now we have an ability to cancel jobs. I don't think we had that before. I tried it many times, so maybe there was a way, but I never found out how. But now it's very nice and visible. You can just press the X and you get the items back. And it's also it doesn't have any more lag. Before, when you clicked on process and stuff like that, it always, it took a second to take. So clicking fast was always a pain in the butt. A very nice change. Next machine that had a change is the forge, and that had the biggest change. Now you have a row of forgeable items and fuels. You now need to add fuel in order to forge any items. It's now requires you to spend extra materials to get the same stuff that you had before, but I like the part, and I think it's easiest to show. Let's make some obsidian. So you drop the forgeable item in here, and you cannot forge anything because we don't have any fuel. If we use, let's say, regular wood, you see it is 1 heat level. I'm gonna call this the heat level. And it's going to take 10 seconds to forge 1 obsidian ingot. But if we change the fuel, to example for coal, we get 2 heat levels, and now it's only 5 seconds. I have not found out what you can add as fuel to get the highest heat level. I tried gunpowder, but that's not possible, and I can't think of anything but wood or coal to put in here. So maybe there's gonna be another item added to the game that is not in here yet, or maybe we can process the coal first. I don't think we can, right? No. So I don't know how we can reach the third fuel level, but I think this is actually a big time saver now, because making obsidian before took a lot longer. And I like it. Yes, it costs you extra fuel, but you can always go and chop down a tree, and that's gonna last you a long time. It also takes different amounts. So you see here, it takes 1 coal, but if I change that to wood, it takes 2. If I change that to slabs, it takes 4. And then I think if I change it to something like wood floor, it takes 8. Because if you process everything, you get 8 of these wood floors out of 1 piece of wood. Because out of 1 of these, you get then 2 wood rods, and so on. So I haven't found out a way which one is the cheapest fuel, but I'm pretty much gonna mostly, if I don't care about the speed, use wood, and otherwise I'm gonna use coal if I want something done fast. And the last machine is the crafting table. I want to show you guys the changes. First of all, you're gonna notice that there's nothing now transparent, dimmed out anymore. I love that. It makes it so much easier for me to find things and to see what a block looks like. Before, they were really hard to see until you hover over them. Now simply when you have a gray background means you don't have the ingredients in your inventory to craft one, and the bright background means, hey, you can craft this. But the biggest addition, I think, in this update was that now all your crafting recipes that you unlock, discover, or find are shared across all worlds. They're account bound pretty much. So when I did the update, I didn't have any of my other recipes that I had from my other world that I played before I started this one. And there wasn't that many, but I logged on to the other one. And then when I came back to this world, all the crafting recipes were here. And I now also have all these crafting recipes in my other world, which I don't play anymore, but I just checked and it does share them completely. So in this world, we gained a few crafting recipes due to this change. For example, I believe we didn't have the Grand Architect Torch before, but I did find that on the other world. We didn't gain any potions, weapons, or armor. And here I know we gained TNT tier 3 and the armor piercing bomb. We had TNT tier 2, but I never crafted it. That's why it still has the blue corner showing me it's new, you never crafted it. But the most that we got added now from this is decor blocks. All these concrete blocks we gained, we gained this tourmaline glass. I unlocked this green tourmaline glass because I crafted these to see what they look like. And then a couple of other ones, like, I don't remember in here that we gained any. I think maybe the iron bars. This one, the curl iron wall, I unlocked by making one of these iron walls that I have over in the showroom. I'll show you guys in a second. But in the furniture, that's where we gained the most. We gained I believe the architect table. We gained the stone window, which I crafted and unlocked the barred window. We gained the stone chair. We gained the flower pot, the wood planter, I believe the wood gate, and these two right here, the wooden bookshelf and the wood stool, and also the beds. And I don't know what the difference is to the yellow bed to this bed, because they look identical. This one is already yellow, so I'm not sure why. Yeah, I can't tell a difference. So yeah, and this again, you can craft 21 items at a time now, which is nice. For example, when you make torches, you just queue 21, and it's a very nice change, R11. I love how the developers are on top of listening to the community. A lot of these things were recommended by players in the forums, and just overall making the game better every single update. And one more change that I wanted to show you guys is the doors. Now, before, opening the doors was never a problem, but closing them, we always had to fiddle around over here and find the sweet spot so doors get this white outline so you can close them. Otherwise, you might have placed a block right here against this wall. And so, or maybe I was just a derp, not figuring out how to properly close them. But now we can simply hold down the middle anywhere and just right click, and it makes closing doors so much easier. I love it. So we're in here in the showroom, and I wanted to show you guys a few of these blocks that I either got from the other world or we have never crafted before. First is the wood planter and the flower pot, decoration items of course. I cannot figure out what to plant in them. I don't think you can. I tried saplings, but nothing happens. They plant next to them. Actually, I got by clicking here, it actually planted a sapling on stone, which I don't think is supposed to be possible. And of course, flowers, I can't get onto the hot bar because that's not a placeable item, so I cannot try to put those in there either. So I don't think you can plant anything in them. They're just show. I put a stone ladder up here, same as the wood ladder. There's no difference. You go up and down the same speed, the same way, everything. It's just a visual. It looks different. And I don't think we ever used the thatched roof. And I added the thatched wall and the thatched block over here, just so we have our collection complete. This is what the stone door looks like. Functions the same as the wood, and well, it's made out of stone. The wood stool, it's kind of cute. You can also probably use it as a coffee table or something like that. We already had these three. This is what the bed looks like. It actually looks a little small. I don't think that people in this game are taller than like 4'5", maybe 5 feet tops. This looks like a very small bed, but it looks good. I'm just kidding. And it, of course, it's just visually. We cannot sleep or anything, but it looks good. This is the wood gate. So I believe mobs can still jump over it and stuff, so it's not something you can secure your house with. This is the wood shelf, and it's really cool because it has 3 inventory slots, so you can put 3 items in here. And I will most likely use this in the library in the mansion a lot, and also store all those torn journal pages and data chips and so on in them, because, well, you never need them for anything, and it's a perfect place. And this is the stone chair. Looks pretty good. I like it. Alright, here's those 3 concrete blocks, and let me get some light here so it's a little brighter. I think it's a very nice looking block. It's not very expensive to make, but of course you need dyes. And don't know where we could use them besides in a different building. I don't think we're going to be able to use them in our mansion. This, you guys already know, the adobe wall. This is what the blue and the yellow one looks like. We had them, I just never crafted them. And then I also put the actual adobe brick wall down, which I didn't know it looks this good. I really like this. This is a beautiful texture. It's very nice, and I think it's gonna look great when we connect them. Let's see here real quick. Where are they? So I'm gonna put it here. Yeah. No, they do not connect. That looks kind of funky here in the middle with those. But maybe sideways next to each other, they're gonna look good. This is the salt block. I never crafted it before, and it's funny because when you look at it in the crafting table, it has stripes on the side, a lot of them, like layers. But when you place it down, it's all smooth and white. Limestone pedestal we had, never used it, but it's there. This one we crafted last episode. This is what the spiral limestone column looks like from the top. And this would probably make a very nice floor. And I'm going to play around with that in the mansion here in a bit. Never crafted a mossy cobblestone before, which I think is very nice. Look at the details. It's awesome. And we had all the other stuff. I think you guys didn't see this one before. That's why I added the limestone roof. And it also looks the same from the bottom, which I kind of like because the wood and so on, they look different on the bottom, the thatched and the wood. You see how this joins right there with the planks, which looks kind of good, but this one looks the same from the bottom. It almost to me looks like it's bamboo. I'm not sure why this is called. I know these are supposed to be shingles, I think, but it looks more like bamboo to me than shingles. No offense, developers, you guys are doing a good job, but just not my thing. And over here, make another light. All right, this is the iron wall, which looks really good. Definitely for like a fireplace or something. And this one is so pretty. This block, I'm not hovering over it so we don't see the green square, but this obsidian brick wall is such a pretty block. It's very nice, but it's a little pricey to craft. You know, you need a lot of obsidian. But you know, maybe there is some spots where we can add them. So yeah, those are all the blocks that we didn't have before. And oh, of course, most importantly, look how awesome this one looks. That tourmaline glass. Isn't that pretty? I mean, it's beautiful. I love it. We're definitely gonna make use of that in the mansion. I already have some ideas for that. And speaking of the mansion, this is what I have come up with so far between episodes. I actually did more off camera than I planned to do, but I spent upwards of 6 hours on getting to this point since the last episode, just building. I built, I tore it down, and while this might not look like a lot, that is a lot of blocks. This place. This is very big. I did have to extend. I think I said that last time. I wanted to make the bottom floor one higher, so I had to move this floor up one, and then of course add that also on the top. And I think it's best if I just go inside or show you guys. The entrance, this is the roadside entrance, okay? I'm gonna call it like that. The other side over here is gonna be the entrance or the exit out to our patio and swimming pool and hot tub and all that. And these two colors bite themselves a little bit, the yellow and the tourmaline glass, but I like it. It's not bad. Is it perfect? No. Will it maybe change? Yes, but for now, this is the best I could come up with. I'm gonna use the cragwood, first of all, a little bit more in the building itself, just to give it some accent, some color, so not everything is white and glass. And I added this just before I recorded now, because a little overhang, so when it rains, people don't get wet when they're opening the door or standing outside. I wish there was a different roof than this, but this is the best roof or overhang that we can make right now with the materials available. And of course, outside lamps are all gonna be gas lamps because they got this nice, beautiful weathered effect. And then this the tourmaline glass. I think it's beautiful. I love it. And I didn't want to have anything else on top, so I just put glass again. And we got a double door. Depending on which way you're placing the door is where the hinges are. So when you stand and place it from, I think the hinges are always on the left-hand side. Let's try this real quick. Can I have the door? Thank you. Yes, hinges are always on the left. So if I place this door over here, hinges are gonna be on the left. So you gotta place this one from the inside so they somewhat match. Okay, in here I don't have any lamps there because I put them in the ceiling, these wood burning lamps. I do like them because they're taking up almost the whole block. And they're in the ceiling because, well, whenever we add something, let's say these lamps right here, underneath, I just think they're too big. They're just too big for, being ceiling lights. And I'll show you guys upstairs in 1 second the most beautiful lamps, but we can't afford many of them. And now, then I played around with the floor. It's on purpose dark here right now. I removed all the torches because the inside lighting, like for here, and also these dark spots over there, I don't know yet how I'm gonna do them, but I would like to incorporate them into the furniture. Like, a lamp on top of a table that might be right here to drop off your keys and stuff like that. We'll see. These two over here work. They're just so big. That really bugs me. But I like that they're white. you know, we could use these right there. They're much smaller, but they don't look like inside lights to me. I love that they're smaller. And I think I'm just gonna show you guys real quick the lamps that I really want, and they're up here. These are all these, I forgot the name. Arcstone Architect torches. I love them. They are small, they're hovering. I don't even know what happens when you connect them to a ceiling. I think they're not connecting anywhere, no. They're just so awesome, and they're very nice and bright. But to make 4 of them, you need 4 of these arc stones, which I only have 4 left, and I'd like to make a beacon out of that, or possibly 4 more lamps, depending. And honestly, I've had a hard time getting these guys to spawn in the area, even with all the work I've been doing around this place. And then you see here, there's a lot of these lighting problems that I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix. Like, let's say, you know, when we put a torch right there, the whole lighting is fixed. It lights it up. So I might use torches here and there, but I'm gonna worry about the lighting, the rest of the lighting in this place, once we have all the decoration up, once we have a roof, and once all the machines and chests and everything, once the whole interior is done, then I'm gonna figure out how to light up the rest of the place. Let's continue down here. For now, I have bedrock wall everywhere here, because it gives it this stone tile floor. I did not want to have more wood over here, because in a size this big, I think it's not gonna look so good. And again, I'm gonna work on the floor more once everything else is placed. As an example, let's say there is a seating area right here, and I have all that arranged. Then I know, okay, I would like to have carpet here, and then I just take out the blocks that where I want to place the carpet, and you know, it's gonna make it a lot easier to figure out how to change the floor. And this looks like a very big whitish kind of area right now, but once all the other things are in here, you're not gonna notice it that much anymore. So that's why I don't want to spend more time on here, but in the middle here I did want to have that wooden floor. And of course, we only have certain blocks available to us, so we gotta go with them. A much more, you know, hardwood floor looking block would be better, you know, something glossy, you know, that has the lacquer and stuff that usual hardwood floor has on top would be nicer. These are very rough, you know, with the nails and stuff, but hey, that's what we got. And as carpet, I went with the yellow instead of the blue or the red, because they connect nicely. The red and blue carpet, they're these squares, and they just look funky. When you put a lot of them next to each other, it just doesn't look natural. So that's the downstairs. It's all closed off with all the glass. There's a lot of glass, let me tell you. And let's go upstairs. Up here, I have a portal thing right now, teleporter, that just goes right in the workshop because, well, I needed to do so much crafting over and over. And here I still have a ladder to get up on the roof, because we're gonna have to do a lot of work up here today to finish this roof, which I'll get to in a second. Get down there. And the floors up here are on both sides, over there and here the same way. And I like it. This is the master bedroom, and over there is gonna be the library. Or the library downstairs and something else over there. I don't know yet, but this is the master bedroom. And outside I just wood floor a ring, then the wood tile floor, and then the wood wall. And I just like to have the contrast. Instead of just using the wood floor in here, I kind of think this loosens it up a little bit. And out on the balcony, here I use that stone door because, well, I think it looks better for this part up here. I use these perfect lamps for the outside. I love these lamps for the outside. It's amazing. I made this one wider, but stayed with the same design. So now, yeah, and then I built this walkway around. I felt like it was too naked. You know, if you get up in the morning and then, you know, you want to go over whatever is going to be over there, you don't necessarily want to go downstairs and back up. So I just built this around I think it makes it ties this together, this side over here. I think it's good. I like it. And lastly, the stairs were somewhere over here, and I moved them over to the edge. I think that is a good spot. You come in from the main entrance, you know, you say hello, whatever, and then you can go to either side, and over here that leaves it much bigger. So we can have, you know, seating area or whatever is gonna be here later. And that's just, yeah, I like it. This is the roof design that I came up with so far. I pulled up the walls all the way around it, one more higher, and there's a reason. These two sides over here, I now figured I'm gonna cover them with grass on the inside, and then actually have, like, you know, a seating area and some bushes and so on that I'm gonna build. That's why I got all these leaves up there. And I might even plant a sapling or two on each side and see if I can get trees to grow. So it's like a rooftop gardens on both sides. I think that would be cool, and well, that will save me trying to figure out what kind of a roof or material to use to cover this. I think that's gonna look pretty good. And so I wanted to have something round like this, and I wanted it to be one off, so it's like open, almost like a stadium roof. I don't know how to explain it, or a factory kind of style, modern. And of course there's going to be support beams in here, so this is not just going to hover. But now that it's done, it's so massive, it's so thick, that I'm not too happy about it. I don't want to remove these corner pieces here, because, well, then it doesn't have any structural integrity at all. It's like, all right, these two corners here touch each other, and that's it. It looks weird to me. But what I'm gonna do now is first replace these end blocks on each row with stairs and see if that, you know, makes it a little thinner and look better, and then we'll check it out. But I wanted to show you guys this one first before I change it. Just get your, you know, opinions on it. I'm not happy about this roof at all yet. It's so massive. It's crazy. I don't like it at all. I'm gonna scrap this entire roof. I'm gonna tear it down now. And then on either side here, on both of them, I mean, I'm gonna put up the grass, and then most likely put the stone wall around this. I don't have any on me, but... And then in the middle here, I had a different idea of possibly making just one block higher than the rooftop gardens on each side, and then actually have like skylight windows, a few of them, like 8 3x2s, something like that. And yeah, so I'm gonna get busy and tear this all down. I just don't like it, and I'm sure that these stone blocks are gonna come in place somewhere later. I didn't make them for nothing, but this is ugly. I don't like this at all. Oh, here's a look from the top now. Like I mentioned earlier, I wanted to have skylights in the middle, and I didn't want it to be fully symmetrical, so I left the middle completely open, and I'll show you guys what it looks like from the inside in a minute. And I really like how these two sides turned out. I did not use I had this first, the stone fence, and then by a dumb coincidence, I placed this because I wanted to use it somewhere else. And I noticed it makes a really nice looking wall, and... well, let's take a look at it from downstairs. Yeah, let's go down here first. This is what it looks like up here right now. I think I'm gonna move these blocks in the corner out. I am not happy about that yet. But I wanted something to place a light up there. Just so it's a little brighter up there. Mobs cannot really spawn there on this material. And this... part of the glass is one higher than the ones that are within the actual ceiling. Yeah, and you guys see it's a gap here, and I placed some torches there because I wanted to have some lighting effect up on the ceiling. And you really gotta step back so you can actually notice that there's torches. And later on, I might, you know, when we have the materials, change those out for different lightings or something. But for now, I think it's okay. It's not many times that you look up. And I especially like that we can see the tree from in here. I think it's pretty cool. Oh, let's check it out. Oops, from the top. Don't know where I'm gonna have this ladder yet, and I'm not sure. But check out these walls. Doesn't this look awesome? I think it's great instead of these other stone walls. I think it's perfect. So you can look down, you know, up here on the rooftop garden, and the decorating and stuff. It's gonna be the last up here. I want to do the inside first before I do that. So yeah, this is what it's in up here. It's like a little dome shape. It's very hard to see from the bottom. So I think that these right here, I am gonna move to... Actually, what if we... Why don't we put them like this? That might look the best. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I changed my mind again. I got rid of the lights up here in the middle completely, so there's only lights in the grass areas, in these four corners, and in the middle there's nothing. Because there's no reason to really have lights up here in the middle. Nothing can spawn, and I think it's okay that way. Maybe at night we can even look out and see the stars better. And I changed the torches. They did bug me, and I'll show you guys why. Because when you're up here on the top floor, I didn't think of that. You can see this. I like it a lot, how it turned out. These are all recessed, and these four in the end are not recessed. I had them in the wall first, but then of course you can see it from the outside, which looked all kinds of weird. So I'm just gonna leave those not recessed. I think that's fine. So, what do we have left now? Today the episode needs to end because we're already at over 30 minutes. I did not expect this taking so long, and I was also surprised by the R11 update and wanted to get you guys all caught up on that. So what I'm gonna do between episodes is just prepare a ton of blocks. Bookshelves, tables, chairs, carpet, chests, flower pots, you name it, okay? And I will most likely also work on the layout for the pool area out here, how I want this to be. This is what it looks like from this side, by the way. Ooh, why is this so bright? The sun must be hitting it. Okay, that's why. So these blocks in the corner are much more reflective than the actual walls. Interesting. But I like it. Let me know how you guys like this design. Up here it looks a little naked, but I don't know what else to put here, like a decal or something. So I'm gonna prepare this pool area between episodes, and I'm gonna landscape here. I'm gonna, you know, lower this all. So once we put in the pool and so on, we actually have the view. So that means I gotta get rid of this entire thing here. I want this gone. Flatten this out a little bit over here. And I think over there I'm gonna leave everything, and then of course over here I have to take down a few layers so we can look down into this valley. And I'm not gonna do anything down here. I'll leave this natural the way it is, and then we can... I probably would like to start next episode with actually setting up all the decorations. I am gonna move the chests and machines over here so they are set up and done, because that's gonna take a long time. I'm gonna place the teleporter here, you know, and empty one chest after another. And I'm also going to try to get more of these Arkstone mobs. In the last about 4 hours of playing here, I got one to spawn. I got one time the indicator on the compass up there on the HUD that there was one spawning, so I'm a little disappointed by that. We gotta figure something out with this here. I don't like that it's this blank. I don't want to just slap two lights on here or something. I would like to have something on here. If you have any ideas, please let me know in the comments of some kind of a symbol, decoration. Oh, or maybe I can just use some of this tourmaline glass and put it in here, like 3 next to each other, or 4. Just something to break up this white wall up here. Anyways, I'm rambling. Next episode, we're gonna get to the interior and the pool area, and hopefully there won't be another update until then, so I don't need to waste the first 15 minutes. It's not a waste. I think it's good to get you guys caught up and show you all the changes, especially if they're awesome like there was with this update. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.